This is my EDF204 website and app presentation. My name is Jasmine Lofton. I am in my third year of college, but my first year at Eastern. I graduated BCT with an Associate's in Arts in August of 2017, and that same month I started EKU. My major is Spanish teaching. My ideal teaching situation would be a high school Spanish class, but I would also like to be able to incorporate a little bit of Spanish history and literature written by Hispanic authors in my class, just to have that cultural enrichment. The website I'm going to be presenting today is called EduBlogs, and I included the link to the EduBlog website as well as my personal EduBlog that I'm using for my teacher website. EduBlogs is a class management tool. It allows teachers to communicate with students and parents and post updates about the class, post interesting extra things they might want to look at, media things. The posts do show up in chronological order so everyone can stay on the same page. You don't have to go find things. It's easy to access old posts. You just keep scrolling down until you find what you're looking for. EduBlogs allows teachers to be creative and use templates, whether they're offered by the website or they can create their own. Teachers, this is a good communication tool, and students can also interact with each other and collaborate through discussions and comment on things that the teacher has posted. So it's a really good way to get everybody involved, students, parents, classmates. The paid version of EduBlogs offers the ability to embed content in posts instead of just links. You can display visitor statistics, so see what students are participating, what parents are participating, and people can subscribe to your blog via email, so they will get email updates when you post new things. I think this is a really great tool to use in the classroom. Here are some pictures of what EduBlogs looks like. I have an information page from the website here, and then there's my personal EduBlog that I've been using for this class that has some of the posts I've already put on there. It's called Miss Lofton's Spanish Class. It supports students' use of technology because it keeps them engaged and keeps them updated on classroom activities. Students in this generation really are attracted to media and different ways of doing things versus a lecture, pen and paper type thing. So it's kind of a interactive way to keep students involved. The reading level would be appropriate for my target age group, which is high school, but the language would be mostly informal since it's more of a communication tool than it is a learning mechanism. I'll probably also communicate mostly in English because there aren't a lot of classes in high school that are taught only in Spanish. So I want my students and parents to be able to understand the content on this page. This form of communication would be beneficial for English language learners as well as students with exceptionalities because it can be read and interacted with at the student's own pace and comfort level. They can go back and look again. They can pull stuff up, save it, translate whatever they need to do to be able to understand it versus me spouting information off in class. Answer Garden is my app that I'm going to be talking about. It is an assessment tool that provides short answer, polls, surveys, multiple choice, and brainstorming activities for the class. It works well with sites like EduBlogs because the activities can be embedded in the blog, or you can tweet the link, write the link on the board, and that link is live and is permanent, so students can always access it, and I can access it to see results. I can set it up to where the students receive automatic feedback, or I can view the responses as they come in and assess them myself. So it can be used as a formative assessment tool during a lesson or a unit, or a tool where the class can kind of brainstorm and come up with ideas, answer polls, do surveys, things like that that aren't really assessment. They're more like exercises. Students can also use this tool to create their own polls and their own surveys or to brainstorm within their own groups as part of presentations or different assignments. So it's a good way to incorporate different kinds of representation as well as expression with the students. The app developer is Creative Heroes, and I've included the link to the website where you can download that. This is my answer garden that I've started. It is a brainstorming answer garden, which is my favorite way to use the app because it gives this nice cloud that shows everyone's ideas, and then it shows the main ideas in bigger print that are more popular or that people tend to like more. So it kind of gives that brainstorming a direction to kind of narrow the ideas. I really like that, and it looks nice. I've included the link to this particular cloud for anyone that wants to add to it. The question is, what makes you happy? So it's really simple, kind of fun, if anyone would like to participate in that. The answer garden can support all students, including students with disabilities and English language learners, because it is a minimalistic assessment tool, as it is described on this site. So there's no pressure, there's not a lot of complex questions or complex answers. It's usually 1 or 2 word phrases. There are character limits on the answers. So it's very simple just to track learning. The brainstorming tools allow students to collaborate and support each other and learn from their peers, which has been shown to really improve learning for those kinds of learners if they work with their peers. Um, the links can be accessed at any time, so they can go back. They can look at the topics being discussed. They can look at the answers to their polls and use that information further. It also works for students who are intimidated by writing answers. It gives them another way to express their knowledge by using the keyboard or selecting an answer, or participating in the brainstorming is another form of expression for those students. And that is all. Thank you for listening.